Hello everyone, I greet you all. My name is Noel Ogemelifon of Let Us Farm. A couple of days ago, I released a video here which I sent out. On that video, I talked about broilers, and I actually asked people that have some problems in the farm to reach out to me so that we'll look out for solutions for those problems. And quite a good number of people reached out to me, and by the special grace of God, most of our problems, most of the farm problems that I had, we resolved it and they're happy. But one thing in particular struck my mind, and that's the reason why I decided that I should do this video for every other person who may have had that same similar problem, to find a lasting solution to the problem. Sometimes we may not really understand this, but when you share your problem with people of like minds, solutions are bound. But when you carry these problems and carry it alone, you discover that the problems weigh down on you and cause more disaster for you. And don't forget, livestock is not something that you joke with, because any mistake in livestock, once the life is down, you can never regain it. That's the problem with livestock. It's not like buying of rubber goods, plastic goods, and all those things that even if it's broken, you can patch. In livestock, once it's gone, it's gone. So from majority of the messages I got and the complaints I got, what stands out now at this particular point in time is Coryza and CRD. First of all, let me explain how you know your birds are having CRD. A good number of farmers don't even know that their birds are having CRD, simply because of the fact that they don't pay critical attention to their birds. One of the easiest way for you to understand if your bird is having CRD or not is if you are confused during the day about the type of cough scenario, because sometimes it's not all cough that is CRD, it could be throat clearing and things like that. But if you really want to know whether your birds are having CRD, you can do a quick check of your birds at night. At night, when the weather is down, just pass your pen or anything, you discover that you hear breathings like human beings inside that place. You know definitely that these birds are having CRD. So when you do that quick check, you discover that their breathing sounds as if you have human beings in the pen breathing. They breathe upward. So when you hear that, you can confirm easily that these birds are down with CRD. But then, if you could be observant during the day as you feed them normally, when you listen to them, you hear the breathing of high notes. Not that whenever you hear, that's not all about CRD. Sometimes it could be that you don't even have water, they are choking. That's why you hear that. So, but when you discover that that sound keeps going higher and higher, it means that those birds are having CRD. And in most cases, CRD are very dangerous in birds. One, it can lead to malnutrition, because when even you as a human being, when you don't breathe well, you don't eat well. So in birds, when such a situation happens, what happens is that these birds will have problem of digesting their food. And if they don't digest their food well, there can't be any feed conversion to give you the weight and size you're looking for in these birds. Then in birds that are producing egg, it crashes their production. You start having shellless eggs and things like that. CRD do cause all these things, because CRD is an airborne sickness. All these things, they work like human system. They are like computer system. So once a body part is weak, it totally disturbs the others from working very well and giving you the best of result. So what you do in this scenario is, when you discover that, especially now, because now we are trying to change season. Whenever there is change of season, these things always occur. When you are changing from dry to rainy season, in between the change period, it occurs most. Then when you are going from rainy season to dry season, in between that period, it occurs more. And most especially during towards end of rainy season, we have a number of sicknesses that are much in the poultry system. Not just in the poultry system, even in the human system. It's called that this time around, you have people going up with malaria, typhoid, all those things. They're always high. Yeah, it's sometimes it's weather. Changes in weather can cause this. Now, our focus is on poultry beds now. So when at this particular period, the best way to tackle this issue is one, we try to use a viral liquid treatment for the beds. After applying the viral liquid treatment, then you look for strong uh, anti-CROD drugs and give these birds. Depending on the severity of the birds, the duration could be between 3 and 5 days, depending on the severity. But in laying birds, it's usually 3 days. Now, for more information on what exactly you will use, I will advise that you try and reach out to me so that I can suggest particular drugs to you to use. I don't want to be mentioning names of drugs here. So when you reach out to me, we will be able to reason together. I will suggest name of drugs for you to use. Don't forget, this particular program you're hearing now is all from Let Us Farm. So for you to be able to get informations from us, teachings from us on how to raise your poultry beds, simply type Let Us Farm. Don't give any space. Let Us Farm. Click on the follow button to follow us so that whenever we have live videos, we have videos like this, we can always get across to you and you can learn one or two things. Then when you get there on the message button, send me a message. I will reply you. Whatever be it, I would reply you. All these are free service. We don't charge you for any consultancy fee on this. No, there is no fee. It's just for us to learn together and grow together. So this is basically for our CROD issue. Then another issue that we are having now is the coryza issue. Some people may not know what coryza is. Coryza in your farm is sometimes you discover that your poultry birds, they have tears in their eyes. You discover watery eyes, tears coming out from the eyes. Some you have protruding eyeballs like this. They are very protruded. Sometimes you have white smoke coming out from the the end of the eyes. All this is as a result of coryza. Now the issue is this: like I said before, biosecurity is the key in our security in our poultry business. Now, when you have too much ammonia concentration in the farm, it always leads to coryza. How do you reduce ammonia concentration? Coryza mostly affects birds on the floor. True. Why? Because sometimes you make your litter pile up. When this litter pile up, even you as a human being, if you get to your poultry farm and you have big litter, if you kneel down on that litter, you discover that you have like um, hot air coming up from the litter. These are ammonia. Now imagine the birds that are smaller on the floor, what they take in. So the ammonia concentration, when it is very high, then you discover that it introduces coryza to the farm. That's the truth. And this coryza, it disturbs the birds, it disturbs the growth. Sometimes the eyes will block, the birds can't see, they can't eat, therefore it crashes their production, their even ability to do anything. If it's broiler, it may give you stunted growth. uh Then on a long run they will die. But coryza doesn't just kill like that. CROD can eliminate within one night, but coryza will not do that, but instead it will inhibit the growth and progress of your. So when this thing happens, we use standard treatment for them. I normally use two types of treatment. We have a drug and another powder that we normally use. So what will happen is, if you are experiencing such, if you have such type of complaint, like I said in the issue of CRD, kindly reach out to me so that I will write you the names of the treatment that you can use. This treatment will work. So we have many drugs that can actually solve this. So depending on the one that is available in your area. In fact, what I do with most people is I suggest drugs for you. You get to your vet to buy. If the particular drug I suggested is not there, call me from the vet so that you tell me what they have. Then I can be able to tell you, oh, pick this particular one. Most of these drugs are good, but what we are looking at is the content of the drugs, because the severity of these things decides the type of drugs that you are going to use. Yeah, many people will tell you that tylo based drugs are good for CRD and coryza, correct. But sometimes when the severity of these things happen, we do some combination of drugs to make sure that we whittle the strength of these illnesses on the beds. We stop it immediately to avoid bringing down the beds before, because when your bed is totally down, the immune system can no longer work. It becomes a very difficult time for you to administer drugs and get results. Even if you bought those drugs as much as 100,000, they will not work, because then their immune system and everything is down. So whenever you notice things like this, just reach out to me. I'm not saying that you're going to start paying me any money to reach out. No. Simply go and follow the page. Let Us Farm. On this Facebook, just type Let Us Farm. Follow the page. When you follow the page, if you have any issue, just go on the message button, type your issues, send it to me. I will reply you. I would reply your issues. I will give you my WhatsApp number. Then anytime, any day, just send me these messages. I will reply you. So today we decided to limit our treatment on um, coryza and CRD. These two are the most prevalent sicknesses that we have now. We have other sicknesses in poultry, which I will still reach out to us once I receive complaints from people. I gather the complaints, those ones that are more that I see that will also be disturbing people. I will also come out here to tell us the solution. But like I said, the CRD solution is on ground. It's something that we can be able to profile solution. It will go. Coryza situation, all these things, we can handle it within 3 to 5 days, and by the grace of God, you will see result. So, like I said, anytime you have any issue, simply go to the page Let Us Farm. You will see, you can come under this post now and drop whatever you have that is your problem under this post now. Any problem that you're encountering in your poultry, you can just drop it here on this comment section and I will respond to it. So that's why we are here. So if you don't want to drop it like this, you want to send it personal, send it personal. Just go to the page. After you follow the page, just send it to me as a message. I would answer you back. So we have many drugs available in your own vet shop. Not me. I don't sell drugs. I don't have any business with drugs. But I don't want to come here and start um, projecting any particular drug. That's the reason why I'm not mentioning any drug here. So if you have any reason for you to, if you have any reason that we need all this treatment, just reach out to me. I will give you a suggestion. We have many suggestions, and it is from your own vet that you will buy, not mine. So I will only give you a directive and guide you on how to do it. And by God's grace, I know this treatment will work for you. So until next time when I come your way, I remain Noel Ogemelifon of Let Us Farm. Don't forget to follow this page, Let Us Farm. Please share this video for every other person to see. Like and comment to us so that we know exactly what you want to hear from us next time. Have a wonderful time.